Right, I'm starting again. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not very technically good on this YouTube stuff. So it's a first for me, and I'm back. Hopefully someone's on now, and I'll delete that other one. I don't even know where to look. I should look up there. Anyway, whatever. So I'm here with my cuppa. If you can see me, please leave a comment. This is the correct one. Now, I'm here with my cuppa. Apparently I'm live. I've got no viewers yet. But never mind. I've got my cuppa. I've got my biscuit. It's always important, is the biscuit. I've got my brew. It's a big cup. And we're going to do some crafting. And I hope that you can join me. Now, I'm going to have to flip the camera and put it in the thing above. If you're there, if anybody's watching, then please leave me a comment. Paula was watching and now isn't. So what I'm going to do is turn this over as if by magic. Apparently I'm live. So let's turn the volume up a little bit. And then you can see my desk now, hopefully. There. And you can see my biscuit. And I'm just going to try and check this on my laptop. Oh, Kim's watching. Right, I've got one viewer, so that's good. I've got one person watching. This is the correct video now. I did have one that I was filming the wrong way up. So I'm just going to go on my channel on my laptop, and I actually should be able to see if it's working. Oh man, live now, yeah, live now, one watching. So hey, that's really cool. So yeah, right, so it's working. So today it's coffee and card. It would have been coffee and card now. So I've got my biscuit and oh, you're there, Paula, brilliant. And I've got my cuppa. It's a big cup, and I'm gonna make this little card today using. So what I did was I sent out a kit to some of my coffee and card ladies who took me up on the offer, and I sent them a kit with this stamp set because this is my most used stamp set. Although I've lost a stamp from it and I'm a little bit sad, and can you believe it? I've lost the actual birthday. It's my first time on your live. Well, it's my first time doing a live, so welcome. It's a first for all. So I use this all the time, but I've lost the birthday stamp. I can't believe it. So I'm gutted about that. So we're going to be using, so they've got the stamp set. They've got a basic grey ink pad. This is all you need to make these cards for 5 weeks. And they also got half a pack of the best dressed papers, okay? And then I sent my ladies out a little packet for each week. Thanks. I think it's a lovely card too. Thank you. I sent them a little packet out for each week with instructions to only use that packet. So they've got all the bits and bobs included. They've got envelopes separately. So we're going to open our kit. So I'm using Purple Posy for my card base, and that's standard A6 size. And then I've cut a piece of Whisper White, and I've cut that down to 10 centimetres by 14.3 to create a border. And then I sent my ladies a stitched circle and some mint macaron ribbon. Now ladies, if you're crafting along with me, I'm going to give a big shout out to Lorraine, to Sally and to Margaret. These are the 3 papers you want. You want this one, and on the back are those flowers, because sometimes it's easier to find what's on the back. You want the handbag one, on the back it's that, and then you want the shoes one. On the back it's that. Okay, so they're the 3 we're going to be using. Right, I've just dropped the ribbon. So we need our trimmer, and I'm going to cut, firstly I'm going to cut the handbag one down, and I'm going to cut it at 9.5 by 9.5 centimetres. And it doesn't matter which way you cut it, because whenever you do this, some of the handbags are going to be the wrong way around. So you know, just go with whichever way you think. And then we've got some lovely scraps left to cut out handbags for other cards. Then we're going to take this piece, And we are going to cut at 9.5. Okay, but then we're going to cut at, I think it's 4.3, I think I've remembered rightly. 4.3. So if I've done my maths right, these two pieces should stick on here perfectly with a little border. Da-da! Okay, so we're going to glue those down. So how are we all doing on Tuesday morning? I'd normally at this point like be telling my ladies what I've been up to, or trying to be funny and tell a joke, asking them, we'd be talking about what's been on TV. When it's Strictly season, we're always talking about Strictly, every week. We'd probably be commenting on what a beautiful day it is out there today. There we go, we're going to stick that there. This is a really simple card to do for using up scraps of paper and making a really quick card too. And that's going to sit up to there. Okay, now we cover that join by tying our ribbon around. Now, this is where people start to have palpitations over the ribbon. Being a mate to your husband, or, well, Craig's just gone out on his bike for a bike ride for 2 hours, so it's worked out quite well. Bless him. It's his only, his doctor says it's the only thing, he's got to stay in for 12 weeks. Okay, and that's the only thing he's allowed to do. So I tie it upside down, and I want it at this side, so I'm going to go right over left. I think I've allowed you a little bit extra, which is always good. The thinner the ribbon I find, the harder it is to tie. So I'm going to do a little loop, and you know, doing a bow live on YouTube is not easy. I've got a video on how to tie a bow, so if you want to go, and you see, look, I turn it round and the tails are the right way, so don't ask me why it works like that. It's just something I think I probably discovered by accident. But yeah, I'll faff about. We love a good faff. I'll faff about with that later, but when I'm not performing, as it were. So there we've already got that. You know, we're all good. We're doing good so far. We can even glue that down to our card base. Heck, let's do that. Yeah, I know. Bows are hard. My ladies struggle. What does it say? Do you say you're struggling with your nails? I don't have really any nails. I'm terrible with my nails. And I was really panicking because I did some gardening yesterday, and I've not had a garden for a while after living in a couple of flats, well, 3 flats. So don't really have any gardening equipment. So yesterday I was doing some digging and my hands were filthy by the end, and then I've tried to scrub my nails, and I thought, oh no, I've got my YouTube. So we've already got our card base done there, so I'll just do a quick zoom. Oh, I can zoom, woohoo! Heck, we've got that done. Right, now what we're going to do is a little bit of cutting, so you can decide. Now I will say there's some shoes on here, sorry, I was just reading Kim's comment, and all the full comment doesn't come across on the screen. I've got 9 viewers, woohoo, could be in double figures. Right, I will say some of the shoes on here are a little bit easier to cut out than others. I'm going to avoid doing a strappy sandal for now, and I'm probably going to cut, I've used those pink court shoes on there. You could go for a ballet pump, but I'm going to use the ones that I used on my card. Now, the reason why I included these papers in this kit was because you can make so many cards with the designs on the papers, and most ladies love a good shoe and a good bag. And the papers are great because you can make cards for teenage girls, any age group really. Obviously, maybe not the stilettos for the older generation, but I don't want to stereotype and say older people don't wear stilettos, because maybe they do. If I'm still rocking a stiletto when I'm older, I'll be happy. So I'm just going to cut these out. If you've got these papers, then you could craft along with me. You don't have to have the stamp set, you could use any stamp set. So I've cut one shoe out there. Pa-da-pa. It's nearly biscuit time, I think, but I can't really eat my biscuit. Oh, thanks, Kim. It's a very simple card. I wanted to, I mean, my ladies haven't been for 3 weeks, and I wanted to do something that they'll be able to do at home, because some of them come to me and they don't have much at home. So, right, okay, I've got my shoes ready and I'm going to do some stamping. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set, so when you're stamping with photopolymer, you should really have a mat. If you don't, a mouse mat or something spongy is okay. And I'm going to use For a Special Friend, because I'm sure we've all got someone who we could send that to. So you might want to just pop your shoes on to decide, and you can overlap them. That's my advice. You know, don't put them like that, because, you know, aesthetically, it looks more aesthetically pleasing if you pop them, you know, overlapping like that. So I'm going to do For a Special Friend. So you can even, you know, pop your shoes there so you know where they are. Now, our ink pad's very, very juicy. So can you see how gentle I'm being? Tap, 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 like a little bird. So I've just had a practice. And I'm just going to do For a Special, like that. And I'm going to do Friend. I'm actually going to move these, just in case. Ta-da! Right, now, I did this card on my bingo night. Bingo, that sounded really Yorkshire, didn't it? Did this card on my bingo night on Friday. And one of the ladies did a little bit of off-piste. She went a bit off-piste. I'm going to use my paper for this now. And she actually did stamp some stars on hers, because there's some stars in this little kit, as well as the numbers. So I'm going to do that, just to add a little bit of extra je ne sais quoi. You could do this if you had a different ink colour. You could do this. So I'm just going to do some stars there. And I'm just going to have two sort of hanging off the edge there, like that. Oh, look, and you get a little stitchy through it. Just to give it that extra, you could use some gems or something like that. The reason why I put my paper down then on my mat was because I didn't want to get ink on the mat. I'll wear that up. I'm going to wear this one over the top. So I had a little, Kate is saying, you were using that stamp yesterday. I love it. I love this family one. So I did a little inventory on my adhesive on Sunday. I thought I'm just going to have a look in my cupboard at, you know, if I'm good for glue in the lockdown. And I actually counted 19 glues and 16 packs of foam pads. So there ain't no lockdown stopping me from cutting and sticking. Okay, I'm going to take some foam pads now, or dimensionals, or directionals, as my mum used to call them, because she's not really a crafter and she gets it a bit wrong. So I'm going to do 3 on the bottom, and I'm going to do 3 on the top, because I'm going to leave a little channel for where my ribbon is. I've not really done my ribbon very tight round the that's just going to sit on there. Okie doke. And there we have a simple little card for a special friend. Oh, I can see all my comments now. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely, love it. Oh, thanks. I couldn't see all those before. I don't know how to get rid of them now. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, what you could do if you so wished, you know, if you could layer a couple of the handbags up to make it a little bit more 3D. But it's a really simple card. it's a 10-minute card really, I'd say. So cheers. I'm just going to have a slurp of my cuppa, and I might even crack open the biscuit. So I hope Sally and Margaret and Lorraine, who've got the kits, hope you've managed to do this card. Hope you've enjoyed the biscuit that I sent you out in your kit. And I really hope to be seeing you soon, but keep safe. And I'm now crunching biscuit. But you can't beat one of these Lotus Biscoffs. They're absolutely gorgeous. If you want to join me next week, then I'll be back on Tuesday at 10:30, making another card with exactly the same kit. If you are a demonstrator and you want to join in, then the items you'll need are the Family Party stamp set, basic grey ink pad, and the best dressed papers. If you're a customer and you haven't got a demonstrator and you want to get these products in your hands in time for next Tuesday, then give me a shout and I can help you order them, and then I can send you the remaining kits for the next 4 weeks to be able to craft along with us and make the cards. Shall I give you a little sneak preview into next week's? So next week we're going to bust out the numbers. Really, it's a simple one next week again. And next week we're going to be making this one. Okay, so I do hope you'll join me, and I do thank you for joining me this time. I don't even know how to stop this video, but I think I can see it now. Thanks for joining. Keep crafting, keep safe, and if you've any questions, then please just give me a shout. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thanks for joining, and thanks for commenting. Thank you. Bye.